HCN Evening News Bulletin with me, Clinton D'Souza, and here are the top stories. In this special story, we bring to you what Goans want from their leaders and the government. Some of the youth from Goa said that they need jobs, but not just hopes of getting jobs. There are many who are ready to start their own businesses. All they need is support. Take a look of what the Goans youth wants, especially after the recent announcement by the Goa government of 10,000 jobs for Goans. Watch.
We need good leaders who are not power greedy, leaders who can work for the development of Goa and Goans, leaders who can raise up the voice of the Goans irrespective of the parties they support and stand by the Goans.
So the government has promised around 10,000 jobs for the youth of Goa, and there are more than 10,000 people who have applied for the same. And it's not that all the people who have applied will get this government job. So I request the government to support these people in their own way if they want to start up their own businesses. So a little support from the government, that is financial support, would take them to a next level. And also leaders should basically provide financial or any kind of help to the youth if they want to start up with something new for themselves or for their family or whatever the business may be. They should be supportive by the government throughout and not during just election times. And yeah, that will help them to grow.
We, as a youth of Goa, request the government to provide us with government jobs. And if this is not possible, then the government should provide us with financial help so we can set up our own business.
Hi, this is Anupama Ashok Palekar. I have graduated in Bachelor of Commerce, and as a youth, we wait for government jobs to come and apply for it. But we often are neglected, and elder people are given jobs. Maybe due to nepotism, favoritism, politician power, brilliant people, brilliant students are neglected. As a result, there are a number of suicides taking place. Youth feel that something is less within them. Some qualities are missing. So, I urge and request government to kindly take this and help us to showcase our talent.
Another mystery in the capital city for Goa police to solve. On Saturday, a decomposed body of a man was found at a flat in Santanes in Panachi. The flat is on the Santanes Altino road. Watch to what the police have to say.
सर आज हे एक तुमच्या कडल्यान कितें डिटेल तेजे
काय ना आमकां इन्फॉर्मेशन आयला की कोण तरी कसले तरी फ्लॅटान वास मारता म्हणून सो आमी इन्क्वायरी करपा आयिल्ले पयल्या थंय एक दादलो मनीस नांव हें कितें विश्वास सदाशिव गुडे 67 years of age हे घरा फ्लॅटान एकटोच रावतालो retired person. So he was found dead. दार भितरल्यान लॅच आशिल्लो. So बॉडी मातशी डिकम्पोज जाली. सो ती कारणान पोस्टमॉर्टम व्हरतले. सो कितें कारण तें पोस्टमॉर्टम जातलें.
फॅमिलीन कोण आसलो न्ही सर?
फॅमिली पयलीं रावतालो खंय ते हांगा आतां सद्या तो एकलोच रावता.
Goa Institute of Management was one of the 46 business schools from 21 countries worldwide that took part in the rating this year and achieved the level 5, making it a pioneering school within the PIR. In our special story, our consulting editor Sujay Gupta spoke to Director of Goa Institute of Management Adit Parulekar over these achievements. Watch.
Dr. Ajit Parulekar, the director of the Goa Institute of Management, must be a proud man. He joins me this evening after an amazing achievement where the Goa Institute of Management has been ranked amongst the top 4 schools for its social impact and sustainability achievements. And what happens is that it is just not an award for it being the best business school, as it were, but for its efforts in sustainability and doing much more for the larger society as a whole. Dr. Parulekar, what does this award mean to you?
So, this is quite a unique award. It's a unique award in the sense a lot of the rankings and awards are usually, they look at the best in the world. This is the first one that looks at best for the world. And again, you look at the people behind positive impact rating. It has the top brass there are amongst the top institutions in business education. So the top accreditation agencies are part of this. So the heads of ACSB, EFMD, the GRLI, which is the responsibility responsible leadership, Global Responsible Leadership Institute, GBSN, the chief of GBSN, all of these are people who are represented there. And they have a strong connection with the do-gooders to sustain business education, like UN PRME and the UN Global Compact. So, right from the start, GIM has been a business school that's wanted to make a difference. We don't have an investor or, so to say, a business owner. For that's very, very uncommon in a private institution. We really have a society without having an owner or investor there. So we were basically created so that we could help industry, we could help government, we could provide access to top quality business education to aspiring students in Goa. And the fact that we are started by with this unique governance structure and by this Father Romuald D'Souza, who was a Jesuit priest. Yes. I think it's just natural that we got recognized for something that we believed was important to do. It's glad that there are global agencies who realize that responsibility and sustainability are important parts for a business school.
Dr. Parlikar, if you could just break it down a little simply for our viewers, and especially young people with aspirations to come to GIM. What is this about actually for, in simple terms, and what does it really mean? And in the sense that what has been recognized, what aspect of GIM has been recognized in this award?
Correct. So see, business school trains people for leadership positions in business and society. Right now, the traditional model has been profit-centric only. And that, therefore, things like climate change, things like, income disparities, things like unfairness, a lot of it does get blamed on business schools because business schools train leaders. And if these aspects are not brought in that leadership training, then it's going to be a challenge. It's important. I mean, if leaders of society are not going to be taking care of issues like, climate change, if they're not taking care of issues like, you just look at it, right? In the world, you find income disparities are so large. Correct. Who is going to, who do you think is the one who has a role for making these smaller? So, what PIR does is ask questions to students in business schools. It's a for students, by students kind of a rating agency. And therefore, what they're asking them is, are you learning stuff that is going to solve problems of the world? Are you learning stuff that is going to make, organizations who are leaders of industry, in addition to becoming, in institutions that will contribute immensely to their shareholders? Will they be able to do it without causing a big cost to other stakeholders, to the environment and things like that? It's imperative that every business school takes it up. And therefore, for students who come in here, for students who are aspirants to business school, this is the kind of business school that I think millennials and Gen Z will want. A business school that makes a difference to the nations that we serve, to the societies we serve, and to the globe as such. We will create wealth, but while creating wealth, we are not doing it at the expense of environment. We're not doing it by at the expense of the poor. We're not doing it by discriminatory policies, but we do look at things like things that are equitable, where you carry people along with you, where you take, where when you're looking at an approach, you're looking at least a 3P approach, where you're not only looking at profit, you are looking at profit, of course, but you're also looking at people and you're looking at, what you're doing to the environment, all three of these.
One final question, Dr. Parlikar, you just see, taking off from where you left off, you see what happens is business schools, very often it's all about rankings, and many institutions are, taken people depending on not only whether you've gone to an IIM, but also whether you're at IMA, B, C, D, and so on and so forth. So at the end of the day, does recognition like this take away that pressure of, having to be definitely in an IIM in a particular city, and looking at a broader picture of what you're actually learning? Does it make the whole process much more democratic and be more real?
Yeah, so let me be crystal clear on this. Are rankings important? Absolutely. It's a good source of information for students when they have so many different institutions to choose from. Do rankings help them? Of course they do. And therefore rankings do have a place. What has to also happen is it cannot be one-sided. So one of the criticisms of the FT ranking, the Financial Times ranking, for example, globally, has been that they look at what are the salaries students earn, and that gets a disproportionately high amount of weight. And if that happens, that's lopsided. What PIR tries to do is give an alternative to say, whilst that might be important, and it definitely is, you also have to look at how are you preparing them for the world of today. Are you having people who are only going to be looking at creating wealth for themselves and not really for a society as such? And therefore, in that sense, does it take away the pressure? Yes, because now there are alternate models where you can say, look, I'm ranked like this. So we are also, GIM is also, for example, a nationally well-ranked institution. We have, on all those parameters, we also compete, and I think we should. In addition, there is also a lot of great work that we do that has phenomenal value in terms of, forget about societal. Of course, it has a societal value. It has phenomenal value in curating leadership talent. Because when you have the right leadership talent, should be balanced, should be well-rounded, where you should be able to understand art and literature and music and environment and water conservation and looking at different sections of the society. And I'm glad that there are, along with the FT ranking and with the NIRF ranking and with the accreditation agencies, this becomes one more that allows you to be well-rounded. And I hope top schools in India and the world also, they also kind of get influenced by this PIR ranking, and they are able to also change their curriculums and to be able to bring in more things like sustainability, responsibility. I hope that's what happens.
Thank you very much, Dr. Parulekar, for this riveting conversation. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Gupta. It's been a pleasure.
Two European heavyweights collide in Group F as Portugal locks horns with Germany at the Alliance Arena on Saturday. Both these teams have faced each other in a total of 18 times, and Portugal have an upper hand in the head-to-head department. Portugal have managed 10 wins in comparison to Germany's 5. 3 games have ended in a draw in Portugal versus Germany history. Now the Portugal fans in Goa says, Viva Portugal. Take a look to what they have to say.
So I think the game between Portugal and Germany is definitely one of the games to look forward to, especially in the group stage. This group of death between Hungary, Germany, France and Portugal. Today is a huge game. I think Portugal have a really good side. Lots of their players are playing at a really high level, and I hope that all of them can come to the party and put up a great fight, because I think that all of them will have to be at 100% and have a good game for them to beat a very, very good German side. And of course, having Cristiano Ronaldo, he has that X factor, and he can always have moments of brilliance and provide some magic at any point within the game. So combination of Ronaldo along with all the other players should provide a cracker, and I think they definitely have a chance to win this game and even top this group. So come on, Portugal.
Well, for Ronaldo, age is just a number. I think he's a great talisman for that team, and his hard work and his efforts obviously have brought fruits to Portugal, not only this season in the Euros, even the last time when they were champions. And of course his impact is, even though his age is almost 36, but his impact is definitely going to be massive for Portugal. And I think if not winning the tournament, they are going to go at least till the semis.
Well, that's all we have in our today's news bulletin. For more news and updates, please do subscribe to our YouTube channel, HCN Goa, or do follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Heraldo Goa. Thank you and stay safe.